Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Dark Pool Algo, and thanks for joining me on a new segment that we're going to be doing every week. It's going to be our bread and butter weekly watch list. We decided that we're going to pick a handful of stocks, probably about 6 of them, that we're going to review and get familiar with so that we can trade them day in and day out, every day of the week, simply because while finding divergences is great, and that's what we love to do, we also need to be able to have some stocks that we're super familiar with, that we can know how they move. If there's ever days where we just need to get into a position quickly or get out of one. This is also going to be a retake of the first intro that I did of the second part of the video. I know it doesn't make sense, but basically what happened was the second half of the video had camera issues. Right, I got a new camera, so those issues will be resolved. But I just wanted to take a second, introduce our bread and butter list, which is SPY, Netflix, Facebook, AMD, NVDA, and Tesla. I don't think I left anything out. So with that being said, real quick intro. Thanks for joining the channel. If this is the first time here, or if you're a returning visitor, help me out. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Go ahead and turn on notifications, so every time we put out a new video, you're notified. It should be a good time. And let's just jump right into it. See you in a second. Welcome. We're gonna run through our new favorite stocks. We're gonna run through our new favorite stocks, look at them real quick from the algo perspective, and then just do a really quick analysis on them. Let's see, how does this work? I can't remember. Been doing too many things today. My hand typing skills, my quick tab skills aren't the greatest right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the overview on these because we're gonna be playing a lot of premium with this. Google, we've got nice money line bullish divergence coming in. If Google can maintain this trendline support here and actually reject the head and shoulders that it formed. Yes, it's a head and shoulders. Reject the head and shoulders that is formed on this 15-minute chart. I think we might be in pretty good shape for Google. I would want to look at my other chart down here, which I'll pull up in a second, to see if we get any squeezes that are going to help us yank us up towards this price action level, up towards this algorithm level. Right, pretty steady buying, consolidating, looking for the move to the upside. No real dark pool levels or block trades coming in the last 5 days to help us out. NVIDIA, contrarian to that, in the last 9 days has got a ton of dark pool levels and block trades, right? The algo has kind of formed the same thing as with Google. Lots of flow coming into it on Friday, quad witching. This looks like more of a head and shoulders, so I'm a little concerned those dark pool levels, if they crack. So if it cracks this 278 even, I think we might have to look at a downside move for NVIDIA. But what I do like is the algo consolidating here at this level. Come on, seriously, you click the thing. The algo consolidating there could just as easily turn up and pull price action up with it and yank it out of these this massive dark pool zone that it's just being supported in right there. Okay, we have a white line level right at 302 on NVIDIA. That's going to be the magnet. It's going to should pull price action up to it. If we do fire off to the long side, basically if we continue to move to the upside, and we have a regular block trade target at 311 that we want to try to get to. 311, the band, the regular block trade. Facebook, this bearish divergence, man, looks like it might be getting close to being played out. Without this right here, right there, might have been this divergence playing out. So Facebook was just beast moding all week last week, especially on Wednesday. What I'd like to see happen is I'd like the algo to actually bounce at this level and continue to move up. Facebook's got some pretty decent baseline support there. Longer term channel stuff going on. Obviously, as you can see, I didn't really draw the channel, but it's something like that. We've got a white line magnet that we're going to use for Facebook right at this level here, which is like 340. Above that, I think it's going to get super juicy and fun. We've got support level coming in at like, what is this, 334? And then there's a dark pull target at 341. take that out, and I think things can get super fun. Really want this algo to bounce off this level. All right, the Tesseract. So Elon sold a bunch more shares on Friday, and guess what? I think he's finally done. I think we got a lot of investment coming in. The algo, right? The algo did a wedge breakout. So whenever we see that, that means there's lots of money happening. Let me see if I can draw this out for you. So nice uptrend currently. Look at what this algo did here. This is gorgeous. Give me the right tool. Look at that wedge breakout. The algo said, we're out of here. Price action is trying to find some support at dark pool levels, 932.61. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit of dark pool support. Looking to take out 965, and then we're going to come up here and test 994 on our way back up to 1,000, right? Got to get above that level, right where that dark pool ripped through. Keep an eye at this level here. All right, wrong level. All right, watch for the algo to bounce off that level and continue on to the upside. All right, next up is AMD and SPY, and then I will pull up the charts to do some technical analysis on it. Okay, AMD. Have you noticed that all these large caps have the same pattern, right? Looks like a head and shoulders. And it's kind of sketchy that they all do have the same pattern, the head and shoulders. So, if there's a rotation into small caps, then this head and shoulders is going to play out, and large caps, tech is gonna do a pretty hefty pullback. So that's why CAR being in such a position as it was, I'd have to look at the other indexes or the other stocks that make up IWM, but I believe AMC is probably the most holds the highest weighting of it. So a little concerned about that possibly being a head and shoulders, but no more concerned than I was with the other stocks. We're looking for this dark pool level right here to hold, right? That 137.75. If that cracks, we've got a regular and a dark pool support down here at 135. That's kind of like the final straw. This is the bearish diverged algorithm, right? Everything else seemed to be pretty bullish, right? AMD is kind of bearish diverged, so let's just keep an eye on it. It may consolidate, but we're definitely going to target that 147 magnet right up here, which is previous highs. So if this level support holds and we can continue to move to the upside, take out this little channel that we're in, target 147. All right, the SPY. So SPY gets so many block trades. I gotta just really focus on like the last 2 days, to be honest with you. Maybe 3. Let's see. That's 1 day. That's 6. I can't really stair step it down anymore. 4, 1. I don't want it. 3. Well, 3 it is. Okay. All right. So do you see what the algorithm is doing? The algo is actually making higher highs and higher lows, right? This is a consolidating channel. Look at that. It's pretty easy to see that, right? Up and down and up and down. Price action, support. I don't know if that's a head and shoulders, but just like with everything else, we have to look at it. Massive dark pool support right here. Just 461.53. Massive dark pool support. I would target previous lows. Look at that Wu-Tang reversal. 1, 2, 3. Go long off of that. That's perfect Wu-Tang reversal. Okay. I'm targeting these dark pool zones, right? Trade dark pool zone, dark pool zone. Come on. So if we support at 461, I think 465, excuse me. Yeah, 465.50 would be our next step, which is here. Above that, above 466.45, then I think we can move relatively easy back up to 470 on SPY. Contrarian, we break this 460 level that's holding us up right now, then we have to really look at potential pullback to 450-ish, right? Because we have a low here that could support us, right? The algo can get through that. If not, then there's this 448 down here. That's 440. That's 455, 448 to the downside if it cracks, and we can't use previous levels of support to stop us. Okay, this is the Wu-Tang reversal you always hear me talking about. Played out perfectly on SPY. Okay, look at that. That's why I'm going to start playing SPY more often, is because you can get moves like that. All right, so I want to go over these really quickly. We started with the Google. Google's like green 10x bars all the way up to the 30 minutes, and buy signals coming in on the lower time frames. Hopefully that would create these to turn yellow, yellow to red to green, yellow to red to green. Lower time frame histograms look pretty decent. 4-hour daily, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day squeeze, they're red, so we'd like those to turn yellow, right? That's why it's red. So maybe give it a little time to curl back around and fire to the long side. Currently, the 34 and the 50 are just trading evenly. We're negatively stacked 821.34. We get a little bit of a pop, maybe some new good news articles come out. We get above 2,900. I think Google comes up and eats 36 or 3,000 again. Okay, I might be a little early on it. Let some of this stuff release and let it breathe. $50 candle came in at the close, so it actually, if I remember correctly, let me just look at this real quick. Google, yeah, there it is. So Google hit the 4-hour mid at the close. Off of the 4-hour bottom, 4-hour mid, daily mid, we want to target the 4-hour top, 29.50. Okay, so 29.50 is way up here at 1 ATR. So we reverted to the mean at the close. Good beta. I think all these released. Maybe there's some squeezes going on. We're going to reevaluate Google going into Monday, because that green Hulk candle on Friday is, I got to just look at some things. NVDA, right? Consolidation is the name of the game. We rejected the 50. We came back. If this trend line holds and we can get back up above some of these previous levels, like retake our moving averages on the 4-hour, lower time frame squeezes, or lower time frame 10x bars, upper time frame 10x bars, high compression squeezes on the lower time frames. We need some of that to fire to the long side to really get these histograms turned from yellow to blue. Okay, slingshot squeezes getting ready to release on NVIDIA. $17 ATR, decent beta, right? Market maker move of 1050. And so I would like to get, rally to, 309, 310. Above that, right? Let's just say above 300, and we start to get pretty woody. Okay, Facebook, looking at Facebook. Facebook's setting up pretty nicely this week as well. Facebook was a beast last week, so this is what we like to see. Holy cow. I think there's some zones there. Save drawing is a new set. Zones, old. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of all of this stuff. All right, let's go to default and clear drawing set. There we go. Voila! Facebook up and down like a roller coaster. So we like these light blue histograms with squeezes. Those have a tendency to fire off to the long side. We've got 8, 21, 34 barely stacked moving averages. I'm waiting for this 50-200 crossover to occur. It did not happen on earlier in the week. It rejected it, but we're consolidating. Let that squeeze fire price action out to the long side. Facebook can move on back up. So good beta, held VWAP. Waiting for these 10x bars to fire long, but the squeezes, man, look at this. 4-hour daily squeeze fires long. Whew, Facebook can get fun. I'll definitely be looking at Facebook this week. Okay, last, let's see, Tesla, the Tesseract. Hopefully Elon's done selling off his shares. Get a little bit more consistency moving back into Tesla. Let's just go to zones. Get back to default. Do we have a blank set? Blank. There we go. That's what we like to see. And then this should be blank as well. Okay. This is red 10x bars. This is bearish. So we're really heavy moving down, possibly to 3 ATR. If we crack 900 to the downside, we did fill this gap. Yay, there was a gap that needed to be filled. So it's filled now. 897, 875. This 200 SMA on the 4-hour is holding us up. Maybe Tesla needs to breathe for a day or so. Kind of consolidate. We'll tell Elon just to leave it alone for a day. We'll look at Tesla into the end, towards the end of the week, okay? AMD. All right, another one. Love to see these light blue histograms and squeezes above it. Like to see that happening. Let's see. Let's just save this as a new drawing set. I'll do the zones. Okay, and then we'll go to blank on this. That's not blank. Yes, clear that sucker out of there, and then we can move this to blank as well. All right. High compressor, upper time frame 10x green 10x bars are strength and conviction moving into this week. We got a ready and fire getting ready to release. Currently rallied up to the 21 EMA, which is the main, and we pulled back to support. Right. This was a move last week. Good beta, $7, 750 ATR. If these lower time frames squeezes start releasing, that can cause larger move time frames to fire off to the long side. Slingshot squeeze on the 4 hour. We don't have stack positive moving average, so it's stack positive moving averages, so it's going to be a crapshoot. We do want to fire and get back above the 34, which would put us above the 50. We do have the 5200 rising, so we want to see this trend continue on with AMD. Okay, we'll be looking at AMD early in the week. SPY. Oh, spider, oh, spider, oh, spider. I haven't really traded the SPY before too much, but I'm going to learn. So this is what I want to see. I want to see green 10x bars fire off, right? Those yellows and the reds turn to yellows. Yellows turn to greens, right? We get that daisy chain firing off effect. Going into the end of the week, we rallied on Thursday. We pulled back below the 21 EMA, almost to -1 ATR on Friday. We did hold VWAP, good beta. We have stack positive moving averages on the daily. Okay, so I'm waiting for this to consolidate. Maybe we get to move back to the upside. If we do have to pull back a little bit, 450, 458 seems to be a pretty decent level of support, right? We're below the 50, but we do have those green stack. We do have the stack positive moving averages. So this histogram right here could fire to the long side, since we have a 5-minute, 10-minute squeeze that could help us out. Start that JZ chain effect from yellow to light blue, right? From red to yellow, yellow to light blue, right? These are low compression to mid compression squeezes. We get those firing off, we might get a little bit of a launch. Hopefully it doesn't happen pre-market. Hopefully we can catch that news. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, everyone? I knew I forgot to do a part of the stream, or excuse me, of the weekend watch list. I forgot to go over the futures. So there's been several requests for me to go over the overall market conditions. So I'm looking at the ES coming into this week. I'm a little concerned about this megaphone pattern that we're starting to form here. We pulled back, we rallied up, we hit the high. I think we may have made a new high, and then we pulled back and made a new low. So we do have a snow line coming down here at 45. What is this? 45.38. Should be very interesting. We came down, we tapped support. Let me just draw some of these. A little bit of markup here. We've got previous level of support there, which is also about a 1.5 deviation away from the mean, which is where we should be going. Potential 1, 2, 3 reversal, right? We're looking at maybe some L8 wave movement here. That would be the one. Let's see. That would be the 1, 2, 3. I don't even know. Excuse me. I don't know what that is. Why it grabbed it. Let's try this again. 2. Since that made a lower low, do we do one of these? Right? We are definitely in an interesting position. So there's two ways that we can look at it. We can grab a fib level, right? We can take our fib from, let's see, I guess this would be the new high, right? Maybe to the old low. Pulled right back to that 382, kissed it. So potential reversal here coming up. The mean is currently right, this is this gray line here. Let me just show you what that looks like. I'll probably use this, and well, it's a purple line now. So this purple line is a standardized deviation, right, for the market. So we'd like to get we'd like to get yanked back up towards this level. Gonna keep an eye on things. Looking at the 4-hour chart here. Rally, or say pull back, rally, new high, right? Pulled back, kissed. Looks like kiss a previous low. There's a demand zone that runs basically from see if I can do this. We'll put the values on the right where they belong. Okay, there we go. 45.88. We came down. We hit that level. We retraced to the 618. So we closed on the low. So we closed at the 50% retracement. So this 4-hour move, right? Pull back to the 382. Broke the 618, pulled back to the 50% retracement. So if this level holds, then we can anticipate a continued move back up with resistance coming in at this micro supply zone that we have right here. So we got a little supply zone that we're got to get through. Get through that supply zone. We come up here to this this mogul line, basically. At 4,700, I think 4,700 would be the magnet. If we break that, I think we go through and continue to make an additional all-time high. It looks like it's very, very subtle. There's a very subtle uptrend right there. So potentially we could hit, where does that put us? 4760? 4760. Maybe 4760 this week on the ES. Looking at the NQ on the daily chart. So here is the normalized standard deviation line right there. This is a general direction of the stock following that purple line there. Pull back to 1 deviation, rally to 1 deviation, pull back to 1 deviation, rally to half. Pull back, we maintained a higher low. This is a good reversal candle here, so we could anticipate a potential move back up to the upside. Grab our field level from high to low. All right. Pulled back, rallied up to the 618, broke the 382, rallied back up to 618, broke the 382. If we reverse here, we can potentially go back up towards 16,000, or we make an additional one more move to test this previous low down here at 15,538. Just call it 15,600. That would be the level I would look for to hold. It's a nice psychological level, and it is a previous low right there. So maybe a potential early flush and then a continued move to the upside. If these levels, this level breaks, if we go down and make a new lower low, right? If we break this previous, see this blue line here, that 15,600 level, then we'd have to readjust everything. Rally pullback, 1-2 bar play, pullback, continued move to the upside. This is the move that we're looking to have happen. 1-2, this would be the 3, right? Something along this lines right here. NQ likes to move, so let's do it like this. Looks like we've struggled with that high at that level. So I think we see a nice little rally up early in the week, and maybe finish off later in the week, a little Thursday, Friday action. Should be fun on the NQ, looking at the YM. Oh, the poor little YM. Overall uptrending. Here is our, right, that is our baseline. We pulled back to almost 3 deviations away from the mean. Rally back up to within 1. What I'm not liking is this megaphone pattern that is forming on the YM. Unfortunately, I think I might have went over this on this stream earlier this week. I don't like that little megaphone pattern. They expanding, they call it something specific. When closed on the lows, we might get a quick little pop. Look for resistance at, we've got a supply zone that runs 36,042 up to the previous highs. Maybe we do a little bit of this. right? Is that the move, or did this move start here and we're just finishing it out? That's going to be the question, right? This is going to be the question. Sorry, I should have done this the first time. So we need to go up and break that. Okay, moving on to the Russell. And the Russell. So the Russell is not looking as good as the rest of them, obviously. You can see that, right? Just continuously chopping back and forth. See if I can get it to draw the level. There's the mean for the Russell. It is having a hard time. It's just trading snow line to snow line, right? Rejecting the tree line here. Come on, get up here. There we go. Now everybody can see. Pullback, rally, pullback. We're fighting to hold support for maybe a continuation move to the upside. There's a potential, well, I don't know if we can call this, right, that Wu-Tang pattern that we like to see, or if we make a lower high, then I think that this would be the move. Okay, if we make a higher high, so if we take out 2280, yeah, 2280, I think we can make a little higher high, so we'd have to get above here, right? We take out the high, then we can potentially do a Wu-Tang reversal to the upside. If we fail to take out the high, then we really have to look at, let's say we get to there, then we have to look at a possible downside move. That's the Russell. ZB, which is bonds. Typically we like, this is also TLT. We like TLT. Oops, what did I do? Click the wrong button. We'd like TLT to, look at this. Right, riding the fire line, right? As far as trending, looks as if though TLT is downtrending. Let's see if I can show you what that would look like here. Right? Massive consolidation. Is this the head and shoulders, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If we fail at this fire line and continue down, then yes, bonds will, short at the neckline. So basically short at this snow line here. If we take out this low, and we have a pretty significant drop coming up. It's a little difficult to read. Overhead resistance, wedge forming. Definitely, I would be interested in, so a break above 168, long, below, really below this neckline, possibly short. So it's just it's just making some interesting patterns here. Hold on, I'll get out of that and look at it on the 4-hour chart here. All right, low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low, right on that fire line, right? That will act as support. Yeah, we've just got a little bit of a fight ahead. Let's look at the yen. Currently, the yen is downtrending, right? Quick little pop. It's pretty heavy. Is this an inverse head and shoulders? Could very possibly, it could very well be, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Look for the yen to take out previous highs, rally to, let me just show you what that looks like. So if the yen can take out previous high, it can definitely rally up to previous lows and trade this zone here, right? Trade that supply zone. Above that supply zone, it gets kind of choppy. And then let's see, we got crude. We've only got a couple more. So crude, look at that. Snow line, consolidation. Is this left shoulder, head, right shoulder? We will definitely see this week. Looking at it on the 4-hour chart. Whoa. I'll adjust those at another time. But we failed to make higher highs. So this snow line at 73 seems to be pretty significant resistance. And we've got a tree line down here at 68. So the zone, definitely stuck in a range. I would like crude to continue down lower. I like this downtrend, right? So if we break 68, I think we come back down and test 66, 65, and then 63. If we can break over 73, we look to target 76 and then finally 81. And last but not least, gold. Golden gold, gold. Right? Gold is just basically flat, right? Flat to a little down. Rally, pullback, couldn't break out. 1, 2, 3, Wu-Tang reversal there. Chop, 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 chop. So on gold, this looks like another, like we've got potential head and shoulders all over the place. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head, right? Crack, short the neckline, right? Short this neckline down. Looking at gold on the 4-hour chart. Nice rally into the close, right? Last couple days, right? Nice little rally. Took out some previous highs. We did create a new little micro supply zone up here that we're trying to trade in, right? So we really need to get above, what is that? Above 1815. I think we get a nice smooth move up to about 1860. However, we've tried it, what, twice, 3 times now? Okay, so as far as gold is concerned, is this the move setting up here? Right? Is that the move, or is it the other way around? Is it going to be up? Oh. Grab the right tool. Is it going to be one of these? Down, up, lower, low, up, and then a continuation move to the downside. Right, we've got support way down here at 1720. Yeah, that would be left shoulder, head, right shoulder, short below, really short below this 1781. Trying to find levels. 1780, like that's a really key decision making area for gold. Streaming every morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will review our handful, our bread and butter stocks, the top 6 that we just went over every single day. We'll try to find some target levels on those. I'm not going to give you specific B zone numbers because it's not fair to the service, but I can give you my favorite strike prices, right? I'll work with them and see if they'll let me give you guys a free one every week. Okay? Something like that. I mean, I feel like Chick-fil-A gives out, Costco gives out samples, right? I bet you I can ask, and they will be like, yes, if you think that it will get more people into the group. When you get into the group, you're going to be welcomed with a bunch of experienced traders. It's all about, we're not ever going to be associated with anybody that's going to give us a bad reputation. At Dark Pool Charts, we take our reputation very, very seriously. So anytime we're like, hey, this is a good, solid place to be, you're going to find a lot of support there. You're going to find like-minded individuals, and you're going to find people that are there invested in your success as well as you are. Okay. Thanks for joining me. Hit the like button on your way out the door. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Everybody have a happy holidays. Ho, ho, ho. I'll see you